The mermaid has very long legs because it sees you, and like the eye is the soul of the body, and I think a mermaid is a soul, and yeah, that's why I drew it like that. And here I wrote all the love from the land of love, Palestine. Thank you.
I want the people who see this drawing to just predict what she's actually feeling. Because is she sleeping, or is she like sad, or is she angry? I just want them to for them to finish that in their brains. I wrote that I hope everyone on earth experiences freedom, those who know it and those who don't, because freedom is not something that should be taken for granted.
I'm Dima Nassar. I'm from Jenin. I live in Ramallah. I'm a product designer, and I'm also a visual artist.
Hi, I'm Dania Omari. I'm Palestinian from Jerusalem. I'm an architect and a comic artist.
All my work is very sarcastic. It combines like realism with humor and sarcasm. And yeah, that's me.
And I try to connect between the architectural world and visual art and visual storytelling. And I feel like it's a way to archive our reality, because it's really important, because spaces spaces are connected to people, and people are connected to memories.
We're cousins, and we used to live across from each other, and we always wanted to make a project together. We would always dream about making something together, and we thought a board game is the best platform to have fun, get educated, and also gather our friends and just sit down to play. So that's why it was born at first, but then it turned to be bigger than that. So now it's a living archive that is accurate about the current situation and the current timing in Ramallah.
We used Ramallah's map, which is the background of this. We used it as the base map. And then we started adding the places that mean much to us. We started looking at the landmarks, at the land division, how the Israeli occupation have divided the lands to areas A and B and C. And so we reflected that on the board game. So the board game is divided into 3 areas, A, B, and C, and each one has 3 colors. And you can see in the middle, there's the main square, which is Al-Manara main square, and it's the starting point also for the characters. In the game, there are 6 characters, these characters, and they're all inspired by people from different social classes in Ramallah. There's the Silwadi donkey, the businesswoman, the clown, the tissue seller, the driver, the public transportation driver, and the police officer. And all of them represent different social classes, and they come with different traits and backgrounds. Every one of them is inspired from a person from real life, to show how people in our real life have a few gaps between them, and all of them have traits that help them to win in the game. So the main goal, or one of the main goals in the game, for people to reclaim the zones. So each character has a starting point, okay? And each character is color coded. So for example, the Silwadi donkey has a cone and 4 coins, 4 of these, which are the same character, which are the same color, I mean. And they start, and the game ends when one of the players finishes their 4 shekels, their 4 coins. For example, if I was able to reclaim Colombia refugee camp, it's C, and it is green. So I should have 3 cards from these. From these cards, I should have 3 cards that are green and able to reclaim this one. So when I'm walking, I should land on this and be able to reclaim this one. If I was able to do that, this is for this one. So if I was able to do that, I take one of my coins, this one, and I put it on C green. So this one is C green. I put it here. So now everyone knows that I was able to reclaim a green C. Okay. So when the person is playing and they land on a red dot, they take out a card. And there are two kinds of cards. There are the Galak cards. For example, this says settler attack on El Mughayir. So some characters move to the incursion location, some are forced back to the starting point, others skip their turn. So each character, according to their traits, reacts to the Galak card. Galak means chaos. So when a person opens this, they put it on top of here, and all the players are affected by it.
Challenging the educational systems that we have in Ramallah that are so bad and that are so not true and that they don't represent us. So this game, it doesn't like talk to you. It doesn't talk about you, sorry. It does talk to you because it doesn't represent you. You represent it because you're part of the game and you have to embody character to like just feel what and how we live in these circumstances in the West Bank.
Because this is inspired from real life. If you have a blue ID in real life and you live in places that are not under the Israeli government, they will take your blue ID from you. So this is depicting real life events and like all the details in our lives. It's getting more suffocating and it's getting harder and harder every day because there's always like even crossing from a village to another or from a city to another is getting harder and harder because there are settlers everywhere and they would be like making it harder for you. They would crash your car, and even though you might have your kids with you and they would be in danger because of the settlers. And also there are always invasions and always raids in every city and in every village and in every zone in the West Bank. And it's getting more and more aggressive every day. But at the same time, our people are they still find humor in everything, and they still can make a conversation out of anything, and they still are there for each other, and you can still count on them to help you with everything. So this is something that's really important, and that you find home, even though like sometimes it's hard to do that because of everything that's happening, and everything is getting so suffocated. And they're also like working on fragmenting all the Palestinians. So at first it was like people in the 48 areas separated from the West Bank and then separated from Gaza. But now I feel like even in the cities in the West Bank there's a fragmentation, and in every city in the West Bank, like between the villages in the same city and between the zones and between all the streets, you can feel the fragmentation and the separation that they're working on building, so that Palestinians stop relating to each other. But I feel like we're always working on communicating and talking to each other, and I hopefully one day we will be able to just have the same experience in Palestine, because right now it's not the same at all. I'm from Jerusalem, and Dima, my cousin, she is originally from Jenin but lives in Ramallah. So I have a blue identity card and she has a green identity card. And so we have experienced we see occupation in a different way, just because I can cross the checkpoints and I can visit Jerusalem where I was born, but she cannot cross the checkpoints.
In Ramallah, it's like the game. The game represents Ramallah as much as Ramallah represents the game. It's very accurate for the current situation, and it's it's made from the collective memories of our friends, our people.
Talk about them and use our language, because there aren't many board games in Palestine that are made in Palestine and for the Palestinian community. So we felt like it was a good thing for us to start documenting everyday lives through a board game. I drew stitches on the tail to represent the Palestinian tatriz. I don't know how to do the tatriz, but I know like this method, which is made up of X. So I wrote the X's, and I tried to draw myself laying on her tail, but it didn't look great, so I did something to it and I ruined it. But yeah. That's
I
it.
already
Thank you.
understood.